Hey guys, I'm Basanta. As I mentioned on the last video, today I'm discussing a little bit about the security camera applications on the phone. You can utilize the old phones that you are not using currently as a security camera and keep it on your home, office, or business. So you can skip getting a lot of expensive security systems. Nowadays security system cost maybe 400-500 bucks at least, and you can save that with your old phone. And for instance, if you have one phone you can put it in one place, but if you have multiple old phone from all of your family, for instance, then you can utilize on different places, and home, office, or business, anywhere. So let's start on the guide. There are two apps that I will be discussing today. One is Alfred security camera, which is pretty straightforward to set up, and it's just a few minutes, 2-3 minutes. And next one is IP webcam. It's a little bit different than the Alfred security camera, and IP webcam allows you to configure video and audio, different kinds of variables, different photo settings, video settings, and everything. You can control from remote all these things, and that is the thing that I like more on IP webcam than Alfred security camera. Let's start with Alfred security camera. For that you need to go to the site alfred.camera, where you can get the link for both Android and uh, Apple devices. Let me show you that if it's still available. Alfred. If you go here, Google Alfred camera, then you'll see the link for Google and Apple both. So, and I already installed that app. This second icon is the Alfred camera, and as soon as I open that, I have another. It says iPhone 11 and check the camera status, because I'll show you that in a minute. Before that, let me open the app on the iPhone 11. That's my new phone, and the left hand side is my old Samsung Note 8, and then this is my new phone. Okay, and let me open the Alfred camera on the second app also, second phone also. So for that, to start the tutorial, I'll just close this app and set it to viewer for now. And once I open the app, it will ask you to log in with Google account, and I'm logged in with Google account, and you have to log in with Google account, same Google account on the both of the camera, both of the app, security camera apps. So as soon as you log in on both, it will ask you to choose camera or viewer on each app. For instance, on the first phone, there is one option, two arrows, and then let me show you this one, two arrows and the two camera thing. That means this phone is currently in viewer mode, and with this I can change it to camera, and it asks as a pop-up, are you sure you want to switch this phone to camera? Yes, and you just say okay, and then it sets it goes to camera mode, and you can actually lock the screen, but still it shares the view, or you can still keep it, but it's your choice. And yeah, Now let me go to the second phone where I can choose the um, choose as a viewer, so I can view from anything from the previous camera. For example, I'll turn it back to me so that you can see my picture in the second phone. And one more thing is you can actually view it on the website also. Alfred, if you go to the alfred.computer or camera/web app, but the first one is easy, alfred.computer. I'll just type it in. Alfred.computer, that's all. And it asks you to log in with the same Google account. And this also this is available over here. That's how I know. Okay, you don't have to remember it. It will show you on the camera on the app that you are using as a camera. So I logged in with the account. Now I have it takes some few seconds. Okay, now I have option to view the feed. Okay, I click on that and I see the screen. Just it's like this. Okay, next is you see the there is pop-up on the phone, remote phone. It closed this feed on the remote phone. That's because you can only watch in one place at a time. So I'm getting echo, that's why I closed the web browser. Sorry guys. I just refresh it so it will close. No, it didn't close. Anyway, never mind. We'll just go to the next page. I'll close it. Yeah. Now I'll show you by switching the camera. Come on. My phone is hanging up. Okay. Alfred camera. Come on. Where are you? Look at this. This is hung up. Unlock. Now if I go to the menu on the home button, and you can change that to viewer using this menu, and I just set it to viewer. And on the another phone, I go there and I change it to camera here so that I can see anything from this camera. Now this is my new phone, so I'm getting the feed from new camera. Sorry, it's over here, and if I click on there it shows that view. And you can watch that same view on the web again. I'm turning that off because I'm getting the echo. So for now I'll just close that, and to close the camera you just have to go to the home and change to viewer mode. That's all. In here go to back the viewer. And this is it for Alfred security camera. You need one phone where you can set as a camera, and another it may be phone or it may be web browser. You can do it remote. You don't need Wi-Fi network. But only one thing is you can't monitor in two places at a time. remember that. So let's navigate to the next application. That's Alfred IP webcam, and for that uh, I recently checked. I used to use this one before, but I recently checked on the Apple Store, and the app is taken out from US Apple Store. It may be still out there in Asian or Singapore store or Australian store, Apple Store, but it's not available in US store. And for Android, it's still available. So I'm gonna show you it in Android because it's the only option for me now. And there are too many configuration and preference you can set from mobile app, or you can do it from remote as well, same settings. So let me dive into that, and I will post this link on the description section, so you don't have to take notes on the paper using pencil. Okay, I'll post these links, all these links in the description section. IP camera. First thing I want to show you is video preference, this place, and there are too many options for video and photo settings. I recommend using low resolution because it's just for security camera. So I recommend using low resolution, satisfactory resolution, I mean. So that should be enough, or you can change it to 720 1280p, but it may increase the lag on the video streaming. That's the only thing. And there are some other settings like focus, flash, anti-banding, scene mode, white balance, color effect. All these photo settings are there. You may choose your own setting, and motion and detection, power management. You may want to turn off the screen while running the camera, that kind of stuff, interface. And next big thing I want to show you is local broadcasting, that Wi-Fi sign, where you can set username and password. And another is you can choose IP, whether it's IPv4 or version 6, and you can choose the port. I recommend choosing the port that is 5 digits. 8080 is default, so you can leave it, but you can choose to the 5-digit ports, any one available. Please Google it before you change it, because if you use the port that is already used by Android system, then it may stop other application. So be careful on that. And once you do that, the last option is whether this is public or not. If you are setting it for business to give it to many peoples, then you may say that public. So that thing. Another is but I wouldn't do that public. And now another is cloud streaming. There is one app iVideo, and I haven't used that, but you can do it via cloud streaming, and that's the purpose of it. And next is audio mode. You can enable, disable, or just say audio only. That's basically says two-way audio. And you can get pro mode for removing all these ads down the road, I mean all the way down, or you can use free, but it's just $4. If you want to support the developer and buy it, go ahead and buy it. And let's last thing on the setups configuration side, let's start the server. So as soon as I start the server, it pop up the screen with camera, and that's I showed you before there was a setting to phone locking, lock screen and everything setting over there also. Even if you didn't set that over there, if you just click on home button now, and then it will still run in background. Notice this icon over all the way top. This is the same camera running in background, but it's not showing in this screen. So now even I can lock the screen, but it's still gonna run. So that's one thing. But if you do the back button on that, for example, let me go back, and if you do the back button, then it will go to setting, and it stop the server. Actually it stopped the server, that means streaming is stopped. So these are the things, minor things to note. And like I said before, the power management, you can disable the camera or screen when not in use. That kind of stuff you can do from here. Or when you are running the camera, you can just press home button and it will still run in background, but doesn't drain your battery by running in this screen as well. Let's start again so that we can monitor in the other platform. Okay, I want to go to the browser, and this is and one more thing, if you see the phone screen over there, it shows IPv4 screen and the IP address that need to be connected to remotely connect. It shows in the screen, and you can just go there and then connect it. And if you choose if you have chosen IPv6, it shows IPv6 also here. You just need to go there and monitor. And there are a few more options over here in more sections, and you can copy the IP and send it to yourself to monitor remotely. And there are some other actions you can do, focus, stop, the same thing I mentioned before on the setting. And again, all these settings can be controlled remotely using this platform on the web browser. I'm on the middle section, web browser. So IP webcam, and this is my mobile IP, and the port is 8080. And remember that I set that up before on the preference section. In my mobile, I'll just go to home. I don't want to drain my battery in the screen itself, running the camera screen. So with that, let's go to the browser view. You can choose different view for the video render, and audio also you can choose different. Here I'm not choosing audio because it make my echo. That's why I don't want to use audio at this point. But I used to connect HTML5 WAV, and it sounds fine. There was little lag, and this is another thing, two-way audio. Without this, you can hear from the camera, and you cannot talk back. With this, you should be able to talk back to the camera, phone with the camera. So take photo, take focused photo, it focus and then take photo, save focused photo the storage, save photo the storage, so many remote options, and zoom, crop, stream quality, you can change it, and autofocus hold, all these settings. Phone, this is for front camera. Now if you see, it showed me because I'm holding the phone on my hand, and there is another option, advanced setting. You can actually change all these photo setting over here. Let me do the portrait, and then it goes down, portrait upside down. Now it's correct mode for me, for my video, photo, video, whatever it is. and motion detection area. You can control which area you want to focus the motion detection by clicking this, or you can disable by again clicking on the same place again. And night vision exposure, everything. There are so many things you can control from remote itself. And one other thing is this is 124.192.168.1.124 is my mobile IP, which is local area network. And if you need to monitor from remote, like you are in home and you need to monitor your business, it's far away, it won't be in the same network. In that case, what you can do is you can set the router port forwarding, and with that it forwards the mobile videos to the internet using the router port, and you can actually view that using the router IP address. For that you need two small setting on the router side. Let me log into my router, and then let me log in. Is it still logged in? Yeah. Okay. First of all, go to network map. Then you'll see the router IP address. Please note this. Okay, I'm just copying that. And next thing is you need to go to the client list. Please note there are different kind of router, and for each router the setting may be different places, and it may be named different, so you need to figure out which one to go. Okay, and this is client means literally what are the device connected to this router. So this router IP address, public IP address is this one. All the devices connected to this router are this, and then my old phone address I'll get from here is Galaxy Note 8, and click on this icon, not on the IP address or any other place. Okay, if you click on this, it will show you the settings, and this is MAC and IP address binding. This literally means make my IP address static. It binds my IP address to this IP address to this MAC address of the device. MAC address of the device is always same, and IP address for the dynamic DDNS, it's called dynamic networking system. So it will change frequently. So to avoid changing frequently, I need to bind that IP with the MAC. That's what I'm doing here. Some of the router may say static IP configuration or dynamic static configuration kind of thing. It's same thing. What this next place to set up is go to the wireless LAN, wireless area network, and port forwarding. If you're having different router and you have different place, it may be because each router have different settings, so different configuration, different UIs or layout, different layout. It may be different. Once you go to the, you just need to find port forwarding over here, and in the previously it was just static dynamic IP configuration or MAC and IP binding. Here I'm adding my old phone with static IP, and the old phone IP port is 80, and the IP address is 1124. That points to the router port 80 and the router IP address I showed you before on the network map. Now if you go back to let me minimize that. Go back here and try to connect with remote IP. and 80, that is router port. Okay, so if you connect with that, it will ask for the username and password, and then login. I am able to log in. So now if I go to browser, it shows this works on remote because this uses router IP address and it works on the remote. Even if you are from different country, you can monitor as long as the server side, the old phone IP camera is turned on. And that is all. Let me see if I forget anything. 1 second, guys. Yeah, that is all, and I'll post this link on the description section. And note that IP webcam is not currently not available in iOS App Store on the US. It was there. I got this from before. I got this link from before, but it's not no more available in US Store. And thank you for watching, and please subscribe to my channel, share to your friend, and click on the bell icon next to the subscribe button so that you won't miss my future videos. A couple of next things I'll be discussing is how to turn off gaming on the Facebook Messenger, and some other kind of minor things as well as major interesting things, I'll say. And I'll share about some of the recent technological aspects and updates. So please stay tuned to my channel. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. Good night. Bye bye.